In part 1, we looked at the first component, which is control environment. In this clip, we will look at the remaining 4 components, which include risk assessment, information and communication, monitoring activities, and control activities. Risk assessment refers to mechanisms the entity has in place to identify risks, assess their significance and the probability of those risks occurring, and taking appropriate action. Information and communication refers to data required to ensure the controls operate as intended. Monitoring activities refers to the continuous observation of controls and systems to identify areas of weaknesses or areas where change or upgrade are required. Control activities relates to policies and procedures about how controls are to be performed and implemented. There are 5 general control activities. The first is authorization. For example, Sam needs to process payment for the invoice from a supplier. The control activity would be to prevent Sam from processing payments to suppliers without a senior manager first reviewing and approving the invoices for payment. The second control activity relates to the evaluation of how the entity performed. For example, continuously checking actual expenditure against budgeted expenditure. Information processing relates to controls that would ensure validity, accuracy, and completeness of data. Physical controls are tangible controls that restrict access in order to protect and safeguard assets. For example, there would be iron doors and bars to restrict access to a vault in a bank where cash and other valuable items are kept. Segregation of duties refers to the division of responsibility among different people. For example, assume Luke is assigned to maintain the petty cash system, replenish the cash, authorize and issue cash, as well as keep the accounting records. The ability for Luke to steal cash and cover up his tracks are greatly enhanced because there is no segregation of duties. However, if Luke was assigned to maintain the petty cash and issue cash, but Martha is responsible for reviewing and authorizing all requests for petty cash, while Joe is responsible for reconciling petty cash vouchers with the cash and records kept, there is reduced chance for Luke stealing petty cash. To recap, there are 5 components of internal controls. In this clip, we looked at the last 4 components. Our completed flowchart for all the components of internal controls would look like this.